So today I'm going to show you step by step on how I created my logo. So maybe you'll find some inspiration and create your own. So let's get started. The first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure you get rid of these text boxes. Go up to design, slide size, and change the slide size. We're going to do 8 by 8. Insert your picture. All right, now that I have my picture in my box, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my color palette that I created for my brand. It's important to keep your color palette kind of available with you because you want your logo to reflect who you are. So if you have your brand colors available, you can incorporate the colors into your logo as well. All right, so a few quick tips before you start creating. You want to make sure that your fonts are big and kind of bold so that your viewers or your sellers, your buyers will see your brand and know who you are and can read your logo. Second thing, it's totally okay if you take 20-30 minutes changing your fonts, adding extra things. It's okay. What I like to say is do it right the first time or you're going to have to do it again. So take the time to make this what you want it to be. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So now that I have the fonts that I use all pulled up with my words here, I'm going to show you guys how I put a white fill into the and crew, and then how I changed the word Dennis here with all of my colors. So we're going to start with the word the. I'm going to right click, format shape, text options, text fill. I'm going to change it to white so that it kind of stands out. I also added a text outline. So we're going to make that black. And you can change the width to however thick you want. We're going to go with 2.5 here. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with the word crew. All right, so now I'm going to mess with the word Dennis. Now I'm going to keep it this size, but I can adjust it according to what it's going to look like when I crop it into a circle. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the fill for the D. You can highlight it, right click, and change the font color. So use the eyedropper to keep your color palette the same and consistent in your letters. All right, now that that is done, it kind of is a little bit hard to read with my background that I have in my picture. So I'm going to make the letters stand out a little bit more, and I'm going to add a solid text outline, but this time I'm going to choose white. And I'm going to make the width around it pretty thick. I'm going to keep it as a probably 3.5. Next, to kind of keep the letters from, or keep them kind of popping off the page, I'm going to format the letters again, and I'm going to create a shadow on it. It just kind of gives you a little bit more of a pop. Your viewers may not see it, but you definitely will. Next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to add an apple over here. That was a doodle font that Miss Fifth created, But to do that, I'm going to create a new slide, because if I create the doodle font on this slide, there's a chance that when I put a color background behind it and I try to move the apple, that it's going to kind of go everywhere. So to save yourself some headache, just go ahead and create it on a different slide. Now what I'm going to do is I can leave this as a black and white apple if I want to, and that's totally fine, I can do that. But what I like to do is add a little bit of color so that the apple kind of stands out in the picture. So to do that, you're going to add some shapes to it. Alright, so now that you have your shapes here, you want to get rid of the outline on your shape. So to do that, you're going to highlight all three of these. You're going to right click. You can go to Format Object if this toolbar is not over here. But because it is, I've already got it pulled up. I'm going to get rid of the outline. Now I can go ahead and start changing the color. So I like kind of a Golden Delicious apple. Those are kind of like a yellowish color. So I can start with this yellow, but I want the yellow not to be that bright. So I can go over here and just kind of fade it a little bit. Make it a little bit darker. Okay. Next I'm going to change the leaf. Go here. I'm going to leave it like that. Now the shapes here are in the front. Before you move them to the back, you want to merge them together. So to do that, you're going to hold down the Shift key and you're going to merge this bottom piece and the top piece together, and you're going to group them. So you're going to hold down Control G, and then you're going to use the Arrange button and send it to back. Okay? You can bring it back to the front and adjust the shapes however you want to, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is right now. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the Arrange button, and you're going to want to hold down the text box that you created as well as the apple that you created and group that as well. So you can go to the Arrange button and choose Group, or you can hold down Control G. Now you're going to save everything as a picture. So let's get rid of these toolbars, and you're going to save this as a picture. Save as picture. I'm going to save it in my pictures here and save it as a PNG. It doesn't matter what the file name. If you want to, we're going to go ahead and change it to Apple. But save it as a PNG so that it gets rid of the background around it. Next, I'm going to go back up here to my logo. I'm going to insert my apple. Now what I want to do is rearrange the apple, the dentist, and the crew so that they are layered on top of each other. So I want the word "the" to be on the top. I want the word "dentist" to be behind it. And I want the word "crew" to be on top of the word "dentist." Okay, now your apple, see how it's kind of going in front of the dentist? I want that all the way in the back, but not as far back behind my picture. So I'm just going to send it backwards until it is back behind the word dentist. All right, now you can adjust it and you can kind of tilt it however you would like. All right, now I'm going to get rid of my color palette. Next, what you're going to do is you are going to go to the format, and you are going to crop your picture now, and go crop to shape and use this circle. Okay, see how my word crew is kind of off the circle? So now I know I just need to move it just a little bit, and I can adjust everything else to go with it. Now, if this is the way that I like it, I can go ahead and save it. If you guys have come this far and this is the way that you like it, go ahead and save it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the format, and I'm going to, I'm actually not going to put a black outline, but I'm just showing you here. Go to the picture border, you can choose a black outline to kind of outline your logo, and you can make the weight of it even bigger. You can kind of see what your logo looks like. But what I did to my logo is I left it without a black border, but I wanted a white circle inside my image to kind of circle everything. So I just inserted another circle. Also, fun key tip, if you hold down the shift key while you create your circle will keep its shape. All right, now I want to get rid of the color in here, so I'm going to go back to Format Shape, No Fill, and I want a white outline. I'm going to make the circle thickness kind of thick. And once again, I need to move the word crew just a little bit so it's not being covered by the white outline. Now that I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Arrange selection pane, and I'm going to hold down my Control key to highlight everything. I'm going to hold down the Control, select G to group everything. Now I have my logo, and it just moves as I move my mouse. Next, you're going to save this as a picture again. Save as picture. And I'm going to save it as a PNG. That way, when you upload it, there is no extra white background. Hold on, I didn't show you guys how to upload this to TPT. So let me show you. So now you want to upload your photo to TPT. So to do that, go up to the top, go to My Account, go to Store Profile. You're going to go down to Edit. And here is where your logo should be. So you're going to select where you saved your photo, and you're going to upload that. And it should be simple as that. And then make sure you scroll down to the bottom and you select Save so that it should show up. With TPT, it might take a few minutes for it to update to have your logo, but it shouldn't be too long. So I hope this video was really helpful for you guys. If you have any comments or questions about logo creation, or if you need some help creating your own logo, please comment below, or you can always reach out to me on Instagram at The Dentist Crew. I love creating new relationships and friendships over Instagram, and I'd love to help you in any way that I can. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.